website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. How do you play outside? And I was actually playing outside here, even though you perhaps didn't notice. How do you play outside? There are multiple ways of doing it, but what is it really? Well, it's tension and release. We need to understand that first, right? When you play outside, you create tension. When you play inside, you create no tension. If it's, so if I play a C minor chord here, right? Then if I play the notes of the chord in the background, then I create no tension because what I'm playing is already there. So, right, it's just tensionless. But I'm only playing 3 notes there, and the minor scale has 7 notes. So if I play any of the notes that are not in that chord in the background, I get tension. Hear that? And that's spice, that's interesting. Before I only played the chord notes. Now I'm playing the 9th, and that has a really cool sound to it. But it's tension. But it's a cool tension, right? Then I have that's also not in the chord. The 6th there. But if I then, play the note that creates tension and then play the note of the chord, or just a random note, then we get that cool, going back and forth from tension and release, from being totally at home, and then those 2 notes are without tension because they're already in the chord. That's the 9th, right? Tension, or that's the 7th. So that's playing outside as well, because I'm playing outside the chord. But most people don't call it that. They call it, if I play stuff that is not in the scale even, then that is outside. But for me, this is also outside. Love the sound of that, right? And we can't really create music without that tension, because it doesn't become interesting. It's like, it's like a dish of food. And it's just blur. There's no salt, there's no acid, there's no sweetness, there's nothing. It doesn't really taste of anything, because that difference between what we hear in the chord and then what you play is that dance between tension and release. What is totally home and what is not home. So that's the first level of tension, really. Then the next level is notes that aren't really in the chord at all, or in the scale even. So if I'm playing a C minor chord again, and I'm playing chord notes, that is, no, that wasn't in the chord. Those are the notes, right? Then the next level is the scale note. Right? Chord note again, right? And then I have the notes that are, see, that really sounds like I'm totally out of it. That's out, right? That's really out. Because those notes are not even in the scale. But the cool thing about tension and release is that if I use it well enough, I can use those notes, and it doesn't sound that out. So let's say we have those notes. Those are all part of the scale, but only this one is part of the chord in the background. So that's really home. Scale note, 6th, and then the 7th, right? It's also out, and then we have the B7th, or that note in between, that's really out. But if I use chromatics and go chromatically 1 fret at a time, then it works. Because the ear hears that I'm going somewhere, right? And that's really what chromatics is. It's a step-by-step passing tone from one note to another. Let's do another example. 8th fret and 11th fret here are both C minor chord notes. The note in the 10th fret on the high E string is the 9th. So if I start with tension, then release, and then I have the flat 9th, which is really out. But if I use chromatics, right? This is that note. But if I right? So chromatics are really a way of where the ear experiences the out note, but because we're moving somewhere home, we're moving to a safe note, we're moving to a note that's really at ease, it's in the chord, then we accept it. The ear accepts it as kind of, and that's how life is, right? We accept almost anything if we know we're going to a better place. So that suffering, that tension is the drama. If you were watching a video or a movie, and it was all just happy, no drama, nothing bad happens in the movie, there wouldn't be a movie, right? There wouldn't be a film. You wouldn't want to watch it because it's just boring. And we need that spice. And spice comes at different levels when it's music. It comes in the form of scale notes, which is the first level of tension, and then outside notes, which is the next level of tension. That's really dramatic, right? It's really out. But it doesn't sound that out if it's chromatics. If we go from one, like a bridge, from one to another to a safe place, we can accept that. We get our feet wet because we're walking through the river and it's cold. It's all right because in a second we're there, right? But if it's just like, if I'm playing a C minor and I'm playing that out note, that flat 9, and I'm staying there, oh, that's suffering. It's like staying in the river, the cold river, and you got cold feet, and there's no hope of going anywhere. It's just right? So that's the wrong way because people are going to suffer if you do that when you play music. They pretend not to when they listen to 12-tone chromatic, whatever, right? Oh, that's groovy, man. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that, right? Sorry. Not trying to bash anyone, or perhaps I am. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.